back in March of 2009, an Oklahoma City police officer was befriended by an individual who professed himself to be a retired German police officer and a current federal agent in law enforcement for GSG-9 in Germany. This individual, according to what he told the officer, had gone back to Germany after their first meet. They had corresponded to some degree, and then in December of 2009 he supposedly returned to the States with intent of trying to find employment within the States. The Oklahoma City police officer who had befriended him allowed him to temporarily stay at his residence while he found living conditions here in the States. Come to find out, during this time, this individual was allowed certain access to functions within the Oklahoma City Police Department. We're conducting investigations at this point to determine what those accesses were and how deep or minimal they were. Ultimately, after about a 5-week period, this individual had been participating in some training sessions, we do know, one of which was a tactical team training at the gun range. Later, after this training, one of our officers became suspicious of this person, made a phone call to Washington, D.C. to the Department of State, who then in turn contacted the appropriate authorities in Germany, and they determined that this person was not a retired police officer, nor was he an active law enforcement officer of any kind. They also conveyed to us that he had done this same thing in Germany before, as far as impersonating law enforcement personnel. Ultimately, this individual was arrested on 2 charges. One was possession of a sawed-off rifle, which would have been that weapon that only law enforcement and commissioned law enforcement personnel are allowed to possess, and then also for the fact that he was wearing ballistic armor during the time that he was in possession of that firearm.